And we're live. Hello, it's Bill, the knee pain guru. Today is Monday, May 23rd, 2022. Today there's something about, what are we talking about today? Knee swollen for years from a total knee replacement. We're going to dig into that in a little bit. If you have questions, you're watching this live, please put that in the live chat. If you're watching the replay, then put that in the comments section, and I will use those on future videos. We do these regularly based on the questions that come in. That will be able to help you get some clarity, understanding, focus, direction with what's going on with your knee. Whenever you're stuck with either pain or range of motion or something along those lines, it's because there's a misunderstanding or some disconnect in terms of what to do and how to do it to get your knee out of pain. So these videos are to help bring that clarity and understanding and focus and direction to the table. So we are going to go over to the question that was sent in by Mike Eddy. Mike writes, I had a total knee replacement 2 years ago. My knee is still swollen and has pain down the inside of my leg. Okay. So this, consequently, this is what happens. There's a lot of complications after knee replacement surgery that cannot be predicted or expected. We know there's going to be issues with a knee after a knee replacement because, well, the reality of it is that they're cutting off the bones in your leg and replacing it with plastic and metal. It's the reality of a knee replacement. It's important to look into what's going on when you ask doctors a lot of questions before having a knee replacement. That's what I hope in terms of these videos will help raise awareness as to what you choose to get into. For instance, I had a martial arts buddy of mine down in Florida who was really angry after his knee replacement surgery because he found out afterwards that his knee was only going to go to a 90-degree angle, that he wasn't going to be able to do a full squat anymore. And that was something that the doctor didn't bring up. He also didn't think to ask. And that is, these are important questions in terms of managing your expectation before going to have a knee replacement surgery. Now, Mike asked a question about the pain, or he's still experiencing pain on the inside of his leg. And that generally comes from a tension pattern that is going on in the leg, in the foot, in the ankle, in the shin and the calf, in the knee, hamstring, quad, hips, and lower back. All of that comprise a tension pattern that affects how the knee feels on, or the leg feels on the inside of the leg where Mike is feeling pain. What's important to understand is just because the knee has been replaced doesn't mean all of the pain is going to go away. Many times what happens is because the bones in the leg have been sawed off and replaced with plastic and metal, that the body will compensate. The body will move away from that experience of the knee replacement surgery in order to compensate in another area. In this case, it's compensated in Mike's leg. Now it hurts on the inside of the leg, inside of the knee. Let me just double check. Go look at that question again. Swollen has pain on the inside of the leg. So depending on where that's at, we could begin to address those tension patterns by creating comfort in the knee, in the leg, in the body. And what that does is it changes the neurological signaling. The signaling of pain that comes from the brain goes through the spinal column out to all the nerves. That is part of that compensation pattern that the body goes through when it goes through something traumatic like a knee replacement surgery, or it's been in pain for an extended period of time. The body compensates for that. That compensation causes tension in other areas. And this is what we're addressing. We're addressing pain in the part of the knee where Mike is having the swelling, where he's having the discomfort. That requires more questions. Does it, Mike, does it hurt at the knee joint? Does it hurt slightly above the knee joint or slightly below the knee joint? Each of those answers to those questions are going to determine what part of the leg is being affected, how we need to create comfort, what is the position of comfort we need to introduce to that part of your leg. Other factors that may come into play is water. Is Mike drinking enough water? Is his body dehydrated? If his body is dehydrated and he drinks water, is his body able to absorb the water that he is drinking? Because dehydration plays a huge role in terms of the pain that the body feels. Maybe we need some supplements. Maybe we need some homeopathics or something that can address the pain to get the knee out of pain as a short-term strategy so we can work on long-term neurological rewiring of what's going on in the knee. So we need to zoom out, get a bigger picture. We also need to look at how old is Mike? What's his activity level? What is he like doing? How can we line those things up to what he wants to do in his life with the experience he has now, and how can we get it into that place where he feels more comfortable? His knee's not as swollen. If he's very busy during the day, what tools can we give him throughout the day that creates comfort in his knee, that teaches his knee how to be more comfortable, how to be less swollen, so at the end of the day, it's not so unbearable. These are all factors. These are all interactions. These are all conversations we need to have in order to get Mike to the place where he would like to be. If that makes sense, give the video a thumbs up. Please like and subscribe to the Knee Pain Guru channel. Turn on notifications for future videos. And if you have questions, please type those in the comments section. Foxy Rex asks, is this live? Hold on a second here. Is this live? Yes, it is quite live. It's live in terms of those that are here. For those that are watching the replay, they could submit questions as well. You can type those in the comments section. I use those those questions for future videos if I'm not able to answer live on the call. Okay, let's see. Hello, doctor. Can MRI detect cartilage degeneration? That's usually how they detect cartilage degeneration, is with an MRI, a CT scan, or an X-ray. But the real question isn't so much as the cartilage degeneration. It's more along the lines of what sort of pain are you feeling in the knee, or what range of motion are you struggling with? Those are the real underlying questions. Too many times people get stuck in their diagnosis and they're like, oh, I was diagnosed with patella tendonitis or chondromalacia or arthritis. They're stuck in their diagnosis, which is important to get. But the diagnosis is not you. The diagnosis is just a professional opinion of what's going on with your knee. And when we get too stuck in the diagnosis, then we don't see the forest from the trees, so to speak. Meaning our goal is to get you out of pain and to have full range of motion in the knee. If you have no pain and full range of motion in the knee, the real question is, do you really care what your doctor's diagnosis is? And that's only something you can answer. Okay. Vinny S says, I have patellofemoral syndrome, so that means it hurts above his kneecap. Is normal, but I feel my cartilage is degenerated. So once again, it goes back to that initial conversation. Are you concerned more about a diagnosis, or are you concerned more about getting the knee out of pain and getting full range of motion back? Because if you're focused on your diagnosis, once again, it's important to have. But if you're just focusing on the diagnosis, then I may not be able to help you as much as I could, is if we're just focusing on getting the knee out of pain and getting full range of motion. Okay, Vinny says, can hyaline cartilage degeneration come in MRI? It possibly can. That would be definitely something you'd have a conversation with your doctor about. And once again, you could see, and I'll call you out, Vinny, you're stuck in your diagnosis. You're too worried about the cartilage degeneration and not letting me know how it's affecting your life. Because you could have, and I was working with a client the other day. You can have an MRI that shows bone on bone with both knees. One knee hurts, one knee doesn't. Why? It's because there's nerve irritation in one, there's not nerve irritation in the other. If we get both knees out of pain and you have full range of motion in both knees, are you still concerned about bone on bone? If you have no pain and you have full range of motion, that's ultimately the question. So Vinny S says, I have cycled for 40 days, 2 minutes, and my patella was maltracting. And the patella maltracts because of tension patterns that we were talking about in Mike's knee or Mike's leg. So when we address those tension patterns that are causing the discomfort, because once again, Vinny, we're still at a place where you haven't told me if it's pain or range of motion that you're having difficulty with. We're still not there yet. You're giving me anatomy. You're giving me a diagnosis. We're not talking about the real issue. The real issue is your experience of your knee. You wouldn't go to your doctor if your knee felt good, right? You go to the doctor because you have some sort of pain or you're having some restriction in the range of motion in your knee. That's where we can make the most progress. We are focused on the real issue at hand, which is the pain or the range of motion. Like in Mike's knee, he's talking about pain and swelling on the inside of his knee. We get the pain and swelling on the inside of his knee gone. He has the range of motion that he can get back in the knee based on what he's capable of after the knee replacement surgery. Enjoy your life. We don't need to be having conversations about things that don't apply. If this is making sense, give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications for future videos. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for future videos. If you are watching the replay, please type those questions in. Please type those questions in the comment section, and I will address those on future videos. I'm going to play a little video for you that you could check out. And you can all type in your questions in the interim. No, wait a minute. I don't want to do this. Yes, if you'd like to know if this information sounds interesting, beneficial, helpful for you, would you like more, you can head on over to the kneepainguru.com website and get a complimentary teaser access to my Knee Club program. You can check that out. You can also head on over or give us a text or call on our toll-free number, 877-891-9484. You can do that. I'll play a short video for you about programs that I have available. You can check that out, and I'll see you in a little bit. We'll address any questions you might have in the interim. Okay, we're back. If you do have any questions for me about your knees, your knee pain, your diagnosis, situation with your doctor, your physical therapist, massage therapist, acupuncturist, whoever it is, you can type those in the comments section or in the live chat if you'd like. That video was a promotional little clip for my Knee Club group coaching program, where I work with clients twice per week. Actually, there's a distinction in the Knee Club program. You can just get access to the videos. Some people just like that. They like to do things completely on their own, which is awesome and great. And there's also a premium level of that program where I work with clients twice per week in a group Zoom call. So you can bring your questions or whatever's going on with your knee, and then I address those in a group format, Zoom format. The calls are recorded, and if you can't make the call, you could submit your questions, which I read live on air. You can watch the replay as to what I would guide you to work on for homework between the calls, because it's a lot of times people get in pain and they don't know what to do. The brain kind of goes away because pain becomes a learned pattern. Where people get stuck. I got stuck in it in my own journey out of pain, and it's important to understand that there are changes that are taking place both in our mind, our emotions, and physically in our body when the body is in chronic pain for an extended period of time. So that premium version of Knee Club provides that type of support when you get stuck, when you don't know what to do, don't know how to do it, don't even know what questions to ask. That is where you can jump in to those calls and you can get that support, get that clarity, get back on track, get right back on that horse and, do your thing. And what ends up happening is that we teach the neurology a new way of being, new relationship with your knees. Okay. Medial lateral patella pain. Okay. So there would be a specific module that I would point you towards. Actually, there would be 4 modules in Vinny writes, it's been for 8 months, only at one point where it was very tight earlier. So he has patella pain, which is kneecap pain. There would be specific modules that I would have him work with in my group coaching program. That would be modules 1, 2, 8, and 40 in the pain pattern interrupt section. And that would address that spot that Vinny is talking about. And it would also be important to understand if the pain is when the leg is straight, the leg is bent, when there's pressure on the leg, or it's non-weight bearing. Those are all different tension patterns. And this is what's important to understand, and the differentiation with the level of program or the level of support you're getting in the Knee Club program. This is not conventional physical therapy. This is not do exercises or stretch your leg, because the patterns in your body, in your leg move. Um, they'll move and change based on thousands of different factors that go on in your life. And the idea is to begin to create comfort in your knee, your leg, your body, to relax the neurology in a way that allows your body to start learning how to recover on its own. So let's see. I'm in pain when I get up from a lower seat. So it's standing up. So there'd be doing those modules 1 and 2 while you're sitting is going to be very helpful, and see how that changes, how your knee feels, and working with module 8 when your leg is straight is also going to be helpful. Take the stairs. So there's something when the knee is bent that is a pattern that needs to be addressed. Flexion and extension hurt. So that transition from the leg being bent to extending and back again, that's what we would need to look at. And definitely look at, let's see what we got here. Pain is kind of pressure and burning. Yeah, all of these, when we have pain, pressure, burning, and this is, of course, these are all expressions of the nervous system, the neurology. When there's nerve irritation, it causes the experience that Vinny is feeling in his knee. Once you've gone to the doctor, you determine nothing is broken or torn, then the only thing we're looking at is nerve irritation. Nerve irritation is the key. We get the pressure off of the nerves by relaxing the nervous system, creating space. Then it doesn't matter. Okay, Vinny asks, where does the pain come from? The pain comes from nerve irritation. It comes from the body tensing up to protect itself from whatever experience it's been having. Is the pain from the cartilage? And it's difficult to determine where the pain is coming from in terms of, is it cartilage, is it tendon, is it ligament, is it bone, is it muscle, is it skin, is it fascia? We can go down that rabbit hole, and we don't necessarily have to know that. We just need to know where it hurts and what we can do to create comfort in that part of the knee to get the neurology to do the work for us. We don't have to do the work. We just get the neurology relaxed. When the neurology is relaxed, the body unwinds and lets go of the tension on its own. Let's see. But when I press on the kneecap, it hurts. It's a tension pattern in the kneecap. So we start addressing the tension pattern in the relationship of the bone in the upper leg with the bones in the lower leg. And those 3 bones with the kneecap or the patella. And what ends up happening is the pain starts going away and you enjoy your life, and we get to talk about cooler stuff. That's kind of how it works. If you want more information, head on over to the kneepainguru.com website, or you can shoot us a text or give us a call at 877-891-9484. You can sign right up to the Knee Club program, whether it be the basic level or the premium level. You'll get support to begin to work with your knee immediately upon signing up. And then depending on if you sign up for the level you're getting my support, then we'll be able to chat on Mondays or Thursdays. Okay. Vinny, thank you so much for all your questions. You got a lot of stuff going on there, and I'm very confident I'd be able to help you. But it's up to you now to sign up for the program and get that help. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. This is Bill Paravano, the Knee Pain Guru, going to sign off for today. Have a wonderful day. I will see you on the next one.